Hi, I'm back with the second part of my apartment build. This part will contain the decor of the first floor. Do you call it the first floor? The ground floor. Let's call it the ground floor. The ground floor flats. There's 4 in total. 2 at the front are sort of studio apartments, and then the 2 at the back are slightly bigger ones. I think the one of them at the back has 2 bedrooms, and the one at the back on the right has 1. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I decorated this yesterday from when you're watching this. So yes, I have a pretty short-term memory. So whatever I did yesterday, I cannot remember for the life of me. But yeah, for the first part here, I wanted to create like a nice little entrance. So it's sort of, I put a desk in there. Well, not a desk. It's actually a bar, but it sort of just, looks like a counter. Just for, I'd imagine that there would be security at the front, and then a little sofa, maybe guests coming in have to check in with security. So this first apartment here is very tiny, as you can see, and I sort of imagined that a sort of young single bloke would possibly live here. That was my sort of theory. I made all the colours quite neutral with different pops of colours, and I kept it quite masculine just because, again, I thought, a male might live here. I found it quite difficult as well because, as I said in the previous part, I've only stuck to the Sims items. I haven't used any CC, and whenever I do that, I always find it really difficult to decorate because it feels like you're repeating a lot of things, like picture-wise. There's not really enough like nice modern pictures to put in it. It seems like you get a lot of more old-fashioned pictures on the Sims game, so I really wish they would put some more modern pictures in. But the ones that I have used are from more of the modern packs, like the ones that we got with, I'm trying to think, like there was a few from the kids pack, and I can't remember what the others are from. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, I used a few posters in this one, little accents of orange, and yeah, just kept it quite modern, quite simple, as it's quite a small space. But yeah, I thought I would sort out the lower ones first and then work my way up to, the bigger apartments. There are 3 levels in this apartment building. I think in the floor above the ground floor, there's 3 apartments, I think, and then the top floor there is 2 apartments, and they are huge. I haven't come to decorate them yet, but there's going to have to be a lot of imagination in that one, because it's just such a huge space, and I'm like, how am I going to fill it? But it should be fun. We will see. We will see when it comes to it. So for the wardrobe in this room, I found that sort of closet in the decor. What category is that called? I can't remember. Can't remember which category it is. But yeah, I just thought that, if you put that with a wardrobe, it will look more like a sort of open walk-in wardrobe thing. But you know what I mean. We are now moving on to the other flat, which I want to say it looks a lot tinier. I think it is a lot tinier. But I managed to sort of put everything in sort of decent spaces. This one I sort of thought would be maybe a single lady. Whichever age range, I think this one sort of would suit any. I've used a lot of sort of purples and like the butterfly pictures. and that sort of thing. The bedroom is super tiny. I think I could have made it a bit bigger because it is pretty tiny. You can just about fit a bed in there. Whether it's actually usable or not, I am not too sure. I haven't tested it out. But if you come to, want to use this to download it, then you could always just make it a little bit bigger. So, yeah. You can see here, it's such a small room. But yeah, literally, look, the bed just about fits. So we leave it at that. And again, I used that sort of cabinet as a wardrobe. This one here is, I'd imagine, maybe either single mother or a couple would live here with their child. I did a little girl's room to the left there, which is quite cute. I love making kids' rooms. I think I like making kids' rooms more than I like adult rooms. They're just more interesting and the colours are nicer, and yeah, I definitely prefer that. For this room, I went with like the sort of red, orange theme. And again, the little kids' room, like I said here, it was quite a girly room. I did it quite a classic girls' room, very pink, very girly. There are other kids' rooms that I've done in this build, and they're not so girly, so don't worry about it. I'm not being stereotypical, which is odd because I am the complete stereotypical girl. I mean, I'm not young. I'm coming on now, but anything pink, I'm like completely attracted to. If I see pink, it's like a beacon. And I'm like just drawn to it. I absolutely love pink and unicorns and Disney princesses. And yeah, I'm just a complete child at heart. So don't judge. The good thing is as well, I have a daughter. I have a 7-year-old daughter. So I can sort of get away with that, like buying that sort of stuff. And just be like, oh yeah, I know my daughter loves it. When the majority of the time she probably doesn't. I mean, she likes Disney princesses, but at the moment she's really, really into Pokemon, which is my fault really, because when I went to school, Pokemon was absolutely massive, and now it's sort of back in fashion now, and I've just gotten really into it. I played the game, I caught them all. I've even gone as far as to watch the first series of Pokemon on Netflix, but not on my own. I was watching it with my daughter, so I'm not, completely sad. But yeah, because we watched that, she's really into it now. She comes back from school like, oh, mummy, I've been playing Pokemon with all the boys. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, that's my doing. So, I mean, to each his own. I'm sure she won't be into it for much longer. You know what it's like with children. Trends come and go. They never last. So, we are on to the last apartment now. This one, the colour theme was sort of blues and teals, and I quite like that look. I have a lot of teal in my house. Well, I wouldn't say it's teal, because teal's more of the darker colour, but more of like a duck egg, like a light teal. I like that colour. I thought this apartment was probably one of the more trendy ones. It's quite consistent in its theme, like all the colours sort of relate to each other. This one as well. Yeah, see, at the beginning I said I thought this one only had one room, but as we can see, it actually has 2 rooms, so apologies for that. But yeah, this one's quite bare. Well, not bare, but, I haven't gone crazy as if I would if I had CC. That whole room would have been cluttered, completely cluttered. But again, you don't really have much clutter items in The Sims. Or, the majority of the clutter that you do have seems pretty useless, like toothbrushes. Like, yeah, you're not just going to clutter rooms up with toothbrushes. So, The kids' room we're on to, and I made it a sort of double room. I would picture that, there'd be parents living in there or a single parent, and they would have 2 twin boys. So I made this room with that thought in mind, and the void critters I've put everywhere, all over the room, because again it sort of reminded me of like the Pokemon trend that's going on at the moment, and it seemed to sort of fit. So I thought, hey, these boys would love it, let's go with that. So that's what I did, and that is pretty much it. The next part will be uploaded soon, and that will be the next level, which consists of 3 apartments. Also, once all the videos have gone up, this will be uploaded to the gallery, so be patient with me. So I hope you've liked this video. I'm sorry, my audios are absolutely crap, I just waffle, but I'm practicing more, and hopefully I'll get better. So let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next part. So thank you, and goodbye.